guys going? Hello, everybody, and welcome. Today on Velocity Live, Gen Z is on track to outspend boomers on private brands by 2026, signaling a major generational shift in how values, style, and purpose drive retail choices. Plus, the big guys in Bentonville, Walmart, bet big on the next wave of shoppers with a new tween fashion brand launching just in time for back to school. And I got to tell you, I'm happy I don't have tweens anymore.
Aren't you glad you don't have tweens?
I am, although I'm not sure college students are much better. Welcome to Velocity This Week Live, your source for all things private brand, private label, and retailer-owned brands.
And I'm Lorraine Durham, Vice President of Marketing and Events at the Velocity Institute.
And my name is Christopher Durham. I'm the president of the Velocity Institute. We're here to inform you of the latest trends, insights, and updates in the private brand industry. It's Wednesday, July 16th, and we're back with fresh news and opinions.
Each week, we'll bring you breaking news, industry insights, and upcoming events. You can be in the loop about what's coming up at the Velocity Institute.
So make sure to join us most Wednesdays at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time live on LinkedIn and YouTube.
Make sure you like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you never miss an episode.
So first up, a few private brand picks. We like to show you some of the things that we've been seeing out there in the private brand world and tell you what we think of it.
Trader Joe's. This is Mushroom and Company Multi-Purpose Umami seasoning blend. So we love all the seasoning blends at Trader Joe's. They started with nothing but the bagel or everything but the bagel.
Well, I think they were started a long time before that, but that was the one that got the big press. Yeah.
Anyway, so I always check out their seasonings aisle, and we have bought this a couple of times now, the umami, and we like it.
And this one is really salt, dried onions, mustard seed, and the third and fourth ingredients are dried mushrooms that have been powdered. This you can get in a number of brands around the country. I mean, I've seen this for as much in other brands for $10 a bottle. So Trader Joe's has got a great deal on it.
$10?
Oh,
no way.
Yeah, it gets expensive. The one I have today is from CNS Grocers, the distributors. It's the redesign of their Best Yet brand. We've actually got a story on this, and this was a Vertex Award winner. I think it got a bronze, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
So stay tuned. We'll tell you a little bit more about the new redesign from CNS. All right, first story, as I mentioned, Gen Z is in the news. Gen Z is on track to surpass baby boomers in private brand spending by mid-2026. According to new research from Numerator, the findings indicate that retailer-owned brands are no longer viewed as fallback options for younger shoppers. Instead, they're becoming deliberate, value-driven choices shaped by identity, aesthetics, and ethics. Numerator's latest generational analysis shows that Gen Z currently accounts for 17.9% of all private brand spending, just behind boomers at 18.3%. But by next year, Gen Z is projected to rise to 18.4%. Turns out, when into that spectrum will no longer be with us.
Yeah.
While boomers,
pretty much dying at this point.
They're certainly older. While
Yeah.
boomers' share is expected to remain flat. This crossover marks a major generational shift in the retail landscape, driven by tightening budgets and evolving consumer expectations. The report highlights that both Gen Z and millennials continue to experience significant financial pressure. As of early 2025, a growing share of these consumers fall into the lowest third of purchasing power, measured by income adjusted for household size and cost of living. This economic constraint, according to Numerator, has made private brands a necessity and increasingly a preference. And of course, a lot of Gen Z is still pretty young, right? So they haven't reached their earning potential. However, price is only part of the story. Numerator's data identifies 4 key areas where Gen Z behavior diverges significantly from older generations by more than 50% in some cases. The first is discovery. So platforms like TikTok and Instagram serve as gateways to retailer-owned brands, often via influencer content. And we've seen everybody from Walmart to Kroger to IKEA out there on TikTok. Second is the drivers. So packaging design and transparent labeling are critical purchase factors. Of course, with our sustainability events, we have seen things like fair trade be real purchase drivers. My kids love a fair trade coffee. The third is perception. Gen Z sees store brands as innovative, stylish, and premium, not generic. So essentially, they don't have a generational memory of
They
old
don't
crappy
know
stuff.
black and white generics like we do.
They don't
from the
know
70s,
any of that
80s.
stuff.
Mhm.
And they grew up with Target and Publix and Trader
Walmart.
Joe's,
Yeah.
where it was kind of cool to buy, right?
Mhm.
And the last one is value. So sustainability and better for you attributes heavily influence their decision making. These aren't placeholders for national brands. They are purposeful choices that blend style, value, and identity, Numerator wrote. The shift is most visible in Gen Z's brand preferences. Ulta Beauty, Wild Fable from Target, Cat and Jack from Target, Trader Joe's, and Kirkland Signature top the list of favored retailer-owned brands. At the same time, Gen Z and millennials are leading growth in premium private label, which year-over-year spending in that tier is up 5 percentage points. In contrast, boomers continue to favor brands at Harbor Freight and at Lowe's, which align with high home ownership rates among that generation. Gen X shoppers show stronger engagement with commuter-oriented brands like Wawa and Quick Trip, reflecting lifestyle-based patterns. While the overall private brand market remains underdeveloped in the U.S. compared to Europe, less than half the penetration seen in countries like the UK and France. Numerator's data points to a significant opportunity. Since 2019, the price gap between national brands and retailer-owned brands has widened by 38%, increasing the appeal of trading down or even trading up within the private brand portfolio. Numerator recommends 2 key actions for brands and retailers. The first being track behavior by life stage and category to identify white space for innovation tied to key events like becoming a parent or buying a home. The second, use sentiment data to close gaps in satisfaction, especially around transparency, sustainability, and innovation, factors that matter deeply to younger shoppers. The firm's report concludes Gen Z is driving the largest gains in private label and is on pace to overtake boomers, long considered the most loyal store brand shoppers, within the next year and a half. It challenges historical assumptions and opens the door for brands and retailers to engage Gen Z in new and more meaningful ways. As consumer power shifts generationally, private brands that adapt to Gen Z's expectations for purpose, design, and authenticity stand to gain a lasting competitive edge.
Once again, Gen Xers are left out completely. What are we, chopped liver over here?
Well, we raised all those Gen Z kids, so
We did. Yeah.
they're not here without us.
In story number 2, Natural Grocers has added a new line of organic wellness shots to its retailer-owned
I'm sorry.
brand. You got to go back.
We're messing you up. I apologize.
Sorry. We got some new equipment that we're trying to get the hang of. In story number 2, Natural Grocers has added a new line of organic wellness shots to its retailer-owned brand, continuing to grow a private brand range that now includes more than 900 SKUs. The new line features 6 functional 2-ounce beverages designed to support specific wellness needs, including digestion, immune health, and energy. Announced on July 15th, the shots are certified organic and made with fruit juices and botanical ingredients. Several varieties also contain added probiotics. We're supposed to be looking at a slide.
We are, and the slides are all screwed up, so it is what it is.
Never mind.
We'll do a dance.
The flavors include organic balance shot, tart cherry, cucumber, lemon, and probiotics. Organic boost shot, which is matcha, ginger, lemon, and lime. Organic digest shot, coconut water, pineapple, ginger, and probiotics. Organic revive shot, pomegranate, ginger, and elderberry. Organic thrive shot, pineapple, ginger tonic. Organic vitality shot, apple cider vinegar, apple ginger, and lemon. That's a lot of differentiation there.
It is.
The products are packaged in recyclable glass bottles and manufactured in collaboration with a women and minority-owned supplier. Each shot retails for $2.99 and is available exclusively at Natural Grocers stores. The launch is part of the company's ongoing investment in expanding its private brand assortment with wellness-focused products that meet high ingredient and sourcing standards. Since debuting its private brand in 2016, Natural Grocers has introduced hundreds of SKUs across multiple categories, including grocery, dairy, supplements, and personal care. Earlier this year, the company added 5 new varieties of organic cheese to its refrigerated offerings and launched a luxury vegan skincare collection. More additions to the private brand range are planned for later in the year. The organic wellness shots reflect the company's broader efforts to meet growing consumer demand for functional, convenient, and sustainably packaged health products within its retailer-owned brand assortment.
All right, story number 3. All the way from across the pond, British Grocers Marks and Spencer has committed £1 million.
Sterling.
A pound is always sterling.
Is it?
What else would it be?
I don't know.
To a new round
That's
of
true.
innovation projects designed to reduce Scope 3 emissions across its supply chain. The funding is part of the retailer's Plan A Accelerator Fund and aligns with its goal to reach net zero by 2040, a full decade ahead of the UK government's national target. With 95% of its emission linked to supply chain activity, M&S is focusing this year's investment on agricultural innovation, livestock management, and new store technologies. The company's Science-Based Targets Initiative, or SBTI, validated plan supports small-scale, high-impact projects across its food and clothing operations. Among the key trials include a precision pollination for strawberries using AI and real-time bee monitoring on 4 farms. Growers are adjusting pollinator activity to improved fruit yield and consistency. Early results show bee activity nearly doubled with more even crop distribution. No idea how that works. It's mildly terrifying. There's
Does
little
the
AI bees.
ask so Mr. Bee, are you going to be pollinating today?
Not really sure, but it sounds cool. Hopefully they don't come for us. Chicken char bedding. M&S is testing a circular agriculture solution using biochar, a carbon capturing material made from plant waste. The biochar is added to the bedding in chicken sheds to lower ammonia emissions, retain nutrients and manure, and improve animal welfare. Genetic analysis for cattle methane. So they're going to test cow farts.
We get it.
A project is measuring emissions from Aberdeen Angus offspring to explore selective breeding strategies that could lower the carbon footprint of beef.
It's a good thing.
So they can selectively breed cows to fart less. Right? Okay, who knew? And finally, net zero wheat. Trials are underway to grow wheat with significantly reduced emissions for use in feed and bakery goods. And they close out with energy efficient stores. Of course, additional projects are testing technology to lower energy use across M&S retail locations. The Plan A Accelerator Fund also continues to support initiatives beyond agriculture. Previous efforts have included an autonomous parsnip farming pilot, a garment repair service with Sojo, and a plastic packaging traceability partnership with Polytag, which launches on milk later this month. Victoria McKinsey Gould, Corporate Affairs and ESG Director at M&S, emphasized the role of supplier collaboration. M&S's success as an own brand retailer is born from deep relationships with our supply partners and a long-term approach to investment in innovation and quality. These efforts reflect a growing focus among leading private brand retailers to directly address sustainability within their own supply chains while building long-term operational resilience. Essentially, they're out there looking for sustainability that can directly impact the private brand products they're making and lower their emissions and the whole 9 yards.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
In story number 4, Walmart has announced Weekend Academy, a new retailer-owned fashion brand targeting the tween demographic. The 65-piece collection, which debuted Tuesday, includes clothing, accessories, and footwear for girls and boys, with nearly all items priced under $15. Available both in-store and online, the brand features mix-and-match fleece sets, denim styles, and graphic tees, with some products made using sustainable materials. Walmart says a complete Weekend Academy outfit, including tops, bottoms, and shoes, can be purchased for $42. The launch of Weekend Academy marks a continued investment in Walmart's private brand portfolio, particularly within the youth apparel space. The new brand will sit alongside existing retailer-owned brands like Wonder Nation for kids and No Boundaries for Gen Z, expanding Walmart's presence in back-to-school and everyday fashion. The collection was developed to offer trend-driven looks at entry-level price points, reinforcing Walmart's competitive positioning in value-based fashion. The move also supports the retailer's broader strategy to build its share of wallet in family apparel as traditional department store competition narrows. This launch adds to Walmart's growing assortment of youth fashion, which includes national brands like Reebok and Justice, and comes ahead of the critical back-to-school season.
So we should have had some pictures here, and I don't know, technical difficulties. It is what it is. This brand is very on trend. It's very fast fashion. So if you were H&M, if you were Old Navy, this is where it fits.
I mean, every time I see something like this about Walmart and their fashion, and I think, oh, I want to go look at that. I want to go buy that. I go to the Walmart and it's already sold out.
Well,
they seem to sell through stuff like this so fast. I wish they would take a stronger position on it.
Well, I think what's startling for those of you out there who are not on the TikTok and Instagram and the social media, Walmart does really well in that space.
Yeah, and they have influencers shopping and showing the products.
I mean, we talk about how much people love Aldi, but there are lots and lots of social media influencers out there that are shopping Walmart on a weekly basis, putting it together outfits, and they're not getting paid by Walmart. They just like Walmart.
They just like the stuff. I go to buy it, it's gone.
Walmart also has a big social media program that they're running themselves. But yeah, I mean, my daughters who are 19 and almost 21 now have said the same thing. It's like, I saw this cool thing and then I went to Walmart and it was gone like the next day.
Right.
So I don't know. Maybe they could sell more if they had more. Story number 5, CNS Wholesale Grocers, as I mentioned, we'd be talking about. So this stuff, illustration purposes. There's lots of pretty pictures that should have been here, but we're going to have to fire these tech guys. Has introduced a new brand identity for, here comes the tech guy. For its longtime private label Best Yet, developed in partnership with international design agency Pearl Fisher. The redesign spans more than 1,800 SKUs across 10 product categories, and is part of a broader strategy to modernize the label's look and feel across the Independence retail network. This is JoJo, official private brand lover. She actually has been eating some private brand cat food from the Netherlands. I think was it from Jumbo or?
Yeah, she liked it so much she gained a pound at her last appointment. So we have to cut back. As part of the Vertex Awards, we had some samples of it, and she loved it. Founded in 1893, Best Yet has served as a staple private brand for thousands of independent supermarkets supplied by CNS. With a goal of enhancing shelf presence and shopper recognition, CNS tasked Pearl Fisher with creating a flexible visual system that could unify the brand across a wide range of categories, from dry pasta and frozen fruit to bottled water and household cleaning supplies. The agency's approach included updated positioning, portfolio architecture, package design, and a strategic color system to differentiate categories and improve navigation. The new identity seeks to balance the brand's community roots with a more modern and approachable visual language. This year, the redesign was recognized with a Vertex Award. I think that got a bronze award for private brand packaging, highlighting its execution across a diverse and extensive product portfolio. CNS says the rebrand supports its continued focus on delivering quality and value through its private label offerings, while helping retailers build stronger connections with their customers. All right, up next, let me add some stuff back on the screen. Here's a JoJo. Here's some stuff about events. Actually, this date is incorrect. So if anybody's still watching, it's the Thursday prior to that. Today the technology is not working. The Sustainability Future Forum, actually, the tickets are available right now. They're absolutely free. It's a virtual event. More global, more sustainable, more innovative. We're looking for sponsors. We're looking for speakers, particularly retailers from all around the world. Because this is online and virtual, we could have everybody from Eon in Japan to Tesco in France to CNS here, or Kroger, you name it. Right. So we would love to have you guys be a part of this event, really broaden it out. And then we'll close out the year with our Bold Bash. There is currently a couple of sponsorships left available.
Tickets will be available probably by the end of the week. Those are also absolutely free. It will be at Joe's Live in Chicago, Illinois, November 17th, which is the Monday of PLMA. So if you spent your day wandering around PLMA and you're tired and you need a drink and you'd like to talk to a couple of retailers, this is the place to do it. We'll have a live band. It's a great space. Be some desserts, maybe some popcorn, you name it, all sorts of things. And if you want the ultimate sponsorship, we have our marquee sponsorship available right here that could put your name on the front of the venue, as well as a lot of signage inside. So Velocity Institute Bold Bash 2025 presented by you as the sponsor. Reach out to me at Christopher at velocityinstitute.org, and we'll get you set up for that if you're interested. All right, if you'd like to attend or speak or sponsor at any of those, there's the email address again, and we would love to have you. What's up next, Lorraine?
Well, just join us here every Wednesday at 1 p.m. live Eastern Time on LinkedIn and YouTube. You can stay informed with all of our breaking news, industry insights, upcoming events, and expert opinions in the private brand industry. Subscribe now on YouTube and hit the bell icon to receive notifications so you never miss an episode.
And of course, if you're watching this on replay, whether it's on YouTube or LinkedIn, make sure you join the conversation, ask questions, get involved. We look forward to seeing you next week, and we're always happy to participate in the conversation.
And if you're a member of the JoJo fan club, JoJo appreciates your comments also.
Absolutely. Well, thank you very much. This has been Velocity Live. My name is Christopher Durham.
I'm Lorraine Durham.
We'll see you next week.
And this is JoJo Durham. JoJo Cornelius.